Hello and welcome to episode 32 of the Scotch podcast. This is the Year 7 Takeover episode where we interview all the Year 7 home group teachers. My name is Seb and this is Will, and today we are joined by Mr McInnes.
Thanks, Seb and Will. Pleasure to be here with you guys.
All right, Mr McInnes, you're not only a teacher, but you're also my football coach. When you were my age, were you playing for any footy clubs? And if you were, what ones?
Good question, yep. Enjoying being your footy coach, obviously with Seb as well. Yep, what a unit. Yeah, I was. I grew up playing for Central Broken Hill Magpies. So we were black and white, very similar to Collingwood. Footy played a big part of my childhood. My grandpa was very involved with that club. And I still remember I had a coach called Ben Camilleri in under 15s to 18s. And I still have his words kind of in my head whenever I go for a run or whatever I'm doing. He always used to say, get something out of it. And I love that. I love that idea of like every opportunity that you get, try and get something out of that opportunity. It's a gift to get something out of that, which is great. Yeah. And my grandma's Collingwood crazy, just to throw that out there. So her house is black and white everywhere, and hope she's not listening. She only wears black and white as well, which is unusual.
Yeah, that's cool. What are some common challenges Year 7 students face regarding their well-being, especially during the transition to middle school?
Yeah. You're right, a big transition year, lots of changes, meeting new people, new places, changing workload. So often part of that time is like nerves and some anxiety and dealing with all of that change. Like that's massive for a young person to go through after so many years of a primary school setting. Yeah. Everyone has their own wellbeing journey, and wellbeing is like the heart of everything that we do here at Scotch. And we are so lucky to have the psychologists, the head of house, the Year 7 home group teachers to help students with whatever wellbeing issues that they're facing. Nerves and anxiety, let's say.
Yeah. What are some of your favourite subjects to learn or teach?
I quite like being a generalist, so teaching a little bit of a whole range of areas from English, humanities, PE, wellbeing. I quite like anything to do with Year 7, like that's what I've been part of since starting here, and that's a lot of fun with you guys, but also 9 at Scotch, which is something you guys can look forward to. That's a really integrated, diverse subject, but it's the camp program, so you go away for 2 weeks and you do weeks either side of that. It's nice seeing students in a setting that's not just at school, like you get to know students so well and form a connection, and it's really nice seeing what they achieve in that time. So 9 at Scotch is amazing.
How has being the wellbeing leader influenced your personal growth and leadership skills?
Deep question. I feel like I'm being interviewed. Definitely stepping out of my comfort zone, like having to voice my opinion more, which is something that developing my confidence, I guess. It's forcing me to do that, which is nice for my personal growth. Also time management, managing different things and meetings. And I would also say probably building relationships with family and other staff at the school. So it's been a nice push out of my comfort zone, to learn a lot.
Nice. Thank you, Mr McInnes. Now we're brought by Miss Carey by Logan and Liam.
Thanks, guys.
Hello, today I'm Logan and this is Liam, and we'll be interviewing Miss Carey. Miss Carey is a beacon of knowledge and an inspiration in the education world. She fosters an environment where learning becomes an adventure, encouraging critical thinking, empathy, and resilience. Miss Carey is not just a teacher, she's a mentor and a source of endless inspiration.
What is your favourite class memory with your 2024 students so far this year?
Yeah, first of all, what an introduction. That's amazing. Favourite memory, I think it's pretty hard to go past camp. But other than camp, we've had so many cool experiences, but the adaptation challenge was really cool, where we had to colour in butterflies and hide them around the classroom. And then it was really fun. Being a home group teacher, I got to go in and ruin someone else's class and rip all these butterflies off. But it was really cool to see our class band together, and it was like a challenge where we all helped each other, which was really cool.
Yeah. What is your favourite part of being a teacher?
There's so many good parts to being a teacher. I think probably the best part of being a teacher is just getting to know each of my students, because everyone's got their own stories and their own strengths and their own things that they need to work on. and trying to band us all together to be like a strong team, and trying to make learning fun for them as well, so to link it into their interests. I love that. It's great fun.
What is your favourite part about going to camp?
Camp's the best. I would do every camp if I'm allowed to, but I'm not allowed to. I think just being active and being outside, we forget sometimes that learning occurs not just in the classroom, it's out doing things. And there's so many of us that don't get out and move our bodies enough. So especially going down to Robe, Taruki Camp, where we got to do, surfing and hiking and walking and the night walk and everything. And like in that time, we're learning so much, but we get to know each other at the same time. It's just a fantastic experience.
What is your favourite lesson to teach?
So I teach maths, science and PE, and all of them, I enjoy all of them, obviously, because they're my subjects, but particularly the practical aspects of science and PE. So when we're getting out there running around with PE, I enjoy getting involved as well, and making it a bit of a competition, especially with the cross country. I made it a bit of a competition. My class had to try and beat me, and anyone who beat me got a chocolate bar. So that I think everyone's results improved dramatically that time. But yeah, science as well, being able to actually do stuff and see the learning happening in front of you is really good.
Yep. What do you do for your well-being?
I think just practicing healthy habits, daily habits, so making sure you get enough rest and drinking lots of water and eating healthy foods, spending quality time with friends and family when we can, and just enjoying the little things in life.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
I'm Jack and I'm joined by Eddie and Mr Sluggett, and this is an interview on the Year 7 Takeover episode.
How did you get into teaching as a career?
Yeah, well, when I was at high school, I really enjoyed working with young people, and I thought that's something I wanted to do in the future. And for me, I went to Flinders University. I did a double degree for 4 years, health science and teaching. I wanted to be a PE teacher. And then after that, I started working in schools. So, it was a bit of a journey, but I probably knew earlier than lots of people that teaching was the career pathway for me.
When you came to Scotch, what were your first impressions?
Yeah, so I came to Scotch a long time ago. 2011 was my first year, and I was working in the junior school. And probably the first thing that stood out to me was just how welcoming everyone was to the school community. I sort of noticed at the other schools that I went to, sometimes if you didn't fit a certain mould, it was hard for the students to really find their place. Whereas at Scotch, you could be into football, arts, music, any sort of area, there'll be something there for you to really get involved with. So that's probably my first thing that I took on board.
Definitely.
What do you like about being a Year 7 teacher at Scotch?
Yeah, I think Year 7's a special year. It's that moment where the people are leaving primary school, coming up to a big campus, and obviously there's lots of change. So being a Year 7 teacher, we get to really see you at the start of the year where everything's just a big blur, and then we see you at the end of the year where everyone's found their feet, you sort of got your groove and you've matured so much. So every year we go back to the starting blocks and we go all over again with the new group, but it's a pretty rewarding experience to see that growth over 12 months.
Yeah. Definitely. Mr. Sloat, you have a daughter who attends Scotch. When she gets to middle school, would you want to be her teacher?
Yeah, I'd love to be her teacher. I think that's pretty special for me to like to go to the same school that my daughter's attending as well, and maybe one day she might be in my class. That would be pretty unique. Who knows? Or she might be in one of the other classes. That would make it a bit interesting at home if we're doing a Coggins Cup challenge and we've got 7C versus her class. Would see how it goes. Friendly rivalry. But I don't know. I think she'd probably know that 7C reigns supreme anyway.
What was middle school like when you were in Year 7?
Yeah, so I went to a country school. I went to Butte Primary School, which is a small town on the York Peninsula. We had 60 students in total at the school, and in my grade I had 5 students. So Year 7 was primary school, and then middle school, I guess, started in high school, grade 8. So we then went to the big area school, Kadina High School, and that's where all the small towns, the students would come on buses to that place. So, yeah, I think school's changed a lot. Like, we had to go to the library to use a computer. Maybe you didn't even get to use the computer in that lesson because there was only one or two to share around. So I think now, like, just seeing how technology is a part of the classroom, it's really amazing how things have progressed.
Yeah. What houses have you been in at Scotch?
At Scotch, yeah. So in the junior school, I was in Kaya House, which is the red team down there. And up here at Torrens Park campus, I've been in Cameron House. And then just recently, I've moved across to Douglas. So, at the moment, I'm supporting the blue team, which is great. And I'm enjoying being in that group with Mr Archibald.
Do you have any other questions, Eddie, for him?
No, I don't have any other.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
All good. Thank you for watching the Year 7 Takeover episode.